to meet your doom.
Okay, is my mic working? It should be working. Hello, guys? Put W's in the chat if you can hear me. Here I've been clearing a little bit of land for a hyper hybrid. This is my test world in quotation marks. Over here I have like a little infinity coaster. You can see, good, everyone can hear me. That's good. Over here you can see there's Firefox, which anytime I leave when it's running, it just gets stuck in this valley for some reason. Probably because of the block section at the beginning of the launch. And then over here I have a bunch of random coasters. I just colored them all white so they look a bit cleaner. So I have a GCI wooden coaster I just made, which is pretty cool. Here's a little family boomerang layout. B&M family invert. And then a floorless coaster, Aero Mega Looper, and then a dive coaster, and then also a Mach, I think it's a Super Splash is what it's called. Crystal Express, that's a new coaster he's been working on. It's in a different park. I can show it towards the end of the stream. But right now I'm going to do something in here. So I should probably turn my audio up. So, there we go. And this is a dive coaster I just made a few days ago. It's very similar to something like Yukon Striker, just a lot smaller. I'd say it's something like Yukon Striker plus Dr. Diabolical. So, that's the drop right there. And then you have this Immelman. Then you have 0-0. This could also be something like Wrath of Rikshaza. But then you have a little S-Bend right here. I think it's going to be some kind of either Intamin Straddle coaster or Vekoma Family LIM coaster. California Coaster Enthusiasts. I think that the park needs a good family coaster, and I don't think they do like a 100-foot version of something else, because it's probably going to be about 100 feet tall because of the teaser that they put out. But we'll see in a month and a half, I'm pretty sure it is, when the next Blue Moon is. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, that's my little dive coaster here. Haven't named it or anything. This is my Aero Mega Looper. My Mega Looper thingy. This is my Power Splash or Super Splash or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't think they do a B&M Family invert. I mean, Barracuda Strike is fun, but it's like 10 minutes away from Six Flags. And this is a very simple layout. You come up, turn around to the turntable, come up with a little drop here, turn again, drop, and then Bunny Hill, and then Splashdown, and then you have a little helix. Right now it's just a sneak peek. Right now what's just a sneak peek? I don't really know. And then I'm gonna finish clearing out this land, and then we can listen to that sound. Then we can build the coaster. Sounds like almost a chalkboard, I think. That's what it makes me remind me of. Or like some kind of liquid. Yeah, I'm building the RMC Hyper Hybrid in this spot. I'm just clearing out the land first to make it easier to see where and what we're building. And this is the corner up here. And my Connect Coaster video is almost done being edited. I have a lot of different shots and stuff of the coaster that I took a couple days ago, I think on Friday or Saturday, and I've just been editing it for some of the weekend. Yeah, I can make you a moderator, Axel Thrills. Okay, there you go, Axel Thrills, your moderator. I know, Crystal Express, yes. I'm gonna show them that towards the end of the stream. And here's our, like, flat quarter of the whole park area that we have. So now, find the RMC Hybrid Coaster. And, so Axolotl throws in water. Yes, there you go. That's what you're trying to type. It's an Intamin multi-dimension coaster. That's what Crystal Express is. I'm gonna turn the game sound down a little bit so that it can be a little bit easier to hear me. So now, what should we do for the pre-lift? Just give me a couple suggestions what we should do for the pre-lift. I need to get it to around this area right here, where I want the lift hill to start. Right here is where I want the thing to start, the lift hill to start. So we just need to get it over to there. It's not a Terra coaster, it's a terrain coaster. I'm thinking some kind of like Twisted Cyclone plus Steel Vengeance mashup for the pre-lift. So, like, a turn right here at like a fast speed, and then I drop down. Like that. And then I need to make sure that's a good speed for the drop. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I can turn banking offset on. Frog. Frog, there you go. And then you can see I have a little bit of an outer bank there. And then just a little bunny hill. And then hog, frog, dog. Hog. I'm gonna try to turn it so it goes off the, a little bit like this. I know, no dog, just frog. I'm already thinking I should raise up the station like this. That way we have a better amount of speed for the pre-lift. And then now I should be able to test it. And yeah. So now I'll do a little block section, and you can see all those bunny hills. That is like an airtime machine. I think I love that. Joker's pre-lift at Discovery Kingdom is one of my favorite sections of any coaster I've been on, just because I really like how funky it is. Just look at all those airtime moments. It's getting some decent footer airtime on every single one of those hills. It's like a wacky worm, but like crazier, I guess. Especially this first hill. Look at how small it is compared to the previous drop there. I'm gonna make it even more severely banked. My brother just literally logged in. That is Keith the Dragon, yes. And that is one of my other accounts. That isn't a new person, that is literally my account that my brother is using. But still welcome to get my account out there. So now we're gonna do the lift hill. So we put this up to about 21 degrees, and then build it all the way up to the first person to put a number between 200 and 230 will be the person that decides the height. Give me a random number between 200 and 230. I'm not trying to make as many channels as you, Axel King. I'm just trying to, this is like a major idea I've had over the past little bit of time, and I'm trying to, kind of make it so it's a little bit of a different, like, fresh start account, I guess, so that we doesn't have all my other stuff. 230, of course, I knew you were going to say that. I mean, everyone always picks the max height. And now it's my second account that he's logged into. That's 234, so this should be 2 things smaller. We're going to see Project Hail Mary tonight, which I'm really excited about. I think 229 is good enough, or should I just do this? You have 2 accounts. 2 accounts is better than 1. And then raise this up about that much. And it's 230 feet now. So now we have a 230 foot tall RMC lift hill. So here is our POV so far. I'm not gonna make fun of you, Axel King. Axel Thrills, I guess is what that channel is called. And now you crest over the top to get an even better drop than Steel Vengeance right here. What a good drop that is. That is the world's best drop on a coaster. Spam the letter X in the chat if you agree with me that this drop right here is the best drop in the world. If this drop is ginormous, like, is a 230 foot drop, I'm gonna try to even make it go into a tunnel. Like, if you think this drop is too small, then put X. And if you think the drop is too big, then put Y. Okay, so now he's gonna get all his XP in the chat from spamming the letter X. Let's see, the current top fans are number 1, Coasters973. Everyone has 75 XP for some reason. It's Coasters973 that gets number 1. You've seen kitty coasters with saber drops? I mean, I have as well, but we're not gonna say it. I'm gonna make it a 95-degree drop. And what about this? Have you seen kitty coasters with a 96-degree drop at least? If you say you have, then I will instantly call cap. Let's see if Keith the Dragon is... Nope, he's not the highest XP yet. Now I think I should actually make this pool out a little bit more drawn out. That way it comes out right next to the ground. Or even right underground. Back in my day, they had 100-degree drops. I do 100 degrees as well, but I really like this profiling that we have going on right here for this 95-degree drop. So I think I'll just keep it 95. Okay, so now everyone put S in the chat if you want to see a speed hill after the drop, and put N in the chat if you don't. Also, stop putting X's. Chat rate 31 over here. It says 31. Okay, so it looks like Keith the Dragon and yes, okay, we are doing a speed hill. And this is a pretty normal RMC speed hill, just a little bit of a bunny hill. You don't want to see a speed hill, Well, I already built it, so we're gonna have one. And I wanna somehow get both a stall and a corner stall on here. So a stall like the first inversion on Zadra, and a corner stall like the first two inversions on Untamed. I know, the drop looks fire, yes. I saw that first chat message. This is a ginormous drop, 230 foot. Well, it's technically a 223 foot drop because it ends 7 feet off the ground. What does Skinwalker mean? You can stop saying S's and X's and everything like that in the chat. Good, fire emojis are good. Step up underflip. Yes, I want to step up underflip. And at the end, I want a slow barrel roll like Joker. So, what I think I'm going to try to do, because I normally am very bad at making these RMC big coasters second halves, because they just have no space and they're like, elements are really slow and have like no forces. So I'm going to add the second half first. I'm going to build it backwards, and then I'm going to make sure that the coaster can actually make it through it. So this right here is going to be the weird shape of the brake run, and I want the coaster to at some point kind of come around near this front section. Maybe we could do the step up underflip, we could do like a camel back right here. I'm starting to formulate a little bit of a layout. We can do like an iron gauzy outer bank that kind of comes around like this, and then come down here with a stall that's like ginormous, then a camel back hill, and then I do not know what a Skinwalker is. Then you can do a step up underflip. Maybe you can come underneath the station and then kind of overbank right here, and then like some more bunny hills and maybe one more inversion. We could do the mid-course kind of right here. So I can draw it out with the terrain tool. So I'd go like this, and then just doing a rough outline. Come around like that, and then brake run, and then come over here. And the second half, I don't know, go around like this, and then curve up into the brakes. This looks like a pretty good rough sketch of a layout, so I'll just build it. We can do a I haven't ridden a Vekoma old school boomerang. Actually, I forgot to build the actual brake run, so we're probably just gonna come in from here and just not do this section. The reason that I don't want to ride an old school boomerang is because, one, Demon was like really hurting my head because of how rough it was, and I don't like all the intensity that looks like this loop has. That loop has going backwards. So I'm just gonna kind of build this kind of snaking path. I might add like an extra little section right here, but I'm just gonna kind of follow this little etch on the ground that I made that will just give us the actual elements of the ride. So I think, what are you saying? You're tired and you want to go to bed. How many coaster credits? Axel Off-Rail says 32. California Coaster Enthusiast says 71. Keith the Dragon says 75, which I call cap. He actually is 18. I have 84. I would take GCI over RMC. I know that's a weird thing to say. One, because that's like the most hot take in the entire world, and two, I'm building an RMC right now as I'm saying this, but we don't talk about that. And also, I just love GCIs. Some of my favorite coasters are from GCI. I believe actually my highest ranked GCI is Texas Stingray, which it always has been, but it's my number 4 coaster now, which is, it has definitely gone down a lot, but it's just because it's gotten a little bit rougher. The most recent credit I got, and feel free to argue if this is even a credit, but I'm going to count it, Bugs Whitewater Rapids at Fiesta, Texas. It has a bunny hill after the double down, so I would count it, just like I count rides like Catapult Falls, or even something like Chiapas at Fantasyland. I'd probably count that if I ever get to ride that. But if you don't count that as a credit, then the one I got before that was American Eagle is not built by GCI, is built by Intamin, which, that's a crazy thing that it was built by Intamin. Yeah. If you're looking for a GCI in that area, I don't know where the closest GCI would be. I have genuinely no idea where the closest GCI could be to that. If anyone knows, you can put it in the comments. I'm kind of thinking it's American Thunder at Enchanted Park St. Louis, formerly Six Flags St. Louis. Here I'm going for an overbanked inversion, kind of like what Untamed has in its second half. It's an overbanked inversion. What did you say? It is something about McDonald's, probably, because that fries look exactly like McDonald's. So, I'm going to probably put the mid-course right on this line right here. That is where I'm going to put the mid-course. And I'm going to kind of build bigger and bigger elements. I'm thinking of doing a giant, like, double up, similar to Seal Vengeance. So that means I have to start with the top and just kind of build it going down. So right, what Seal Vengeance has, like, right after the mid-course drop. So that's my double up. Oh, yeah, you got Freddy's for lunch. I forgot about that. You're eating fries right now. That's great. And then I'm probably gonna have this as like a little overbank, or I might do some kind of S-hill. I think I'm gonna do an S-hill. I have definitely tried No Limits 2 a lot of times, and I don't think that I would say that I have enough patience for that game. I think that I would prefer Planko, one, because I'm biased because it released on my birthday, Planko 2 specifically, and two, I like how you can build coasters faster. They're less realistic, but you can build them faster than in No Limits, and I also like how the supports are auto-generated. I've tried FVD a couple times, and I've tried No Limits 2 itself a couple times. I've done some tutorials. like can't really figure it out, even with tutorials and stuff. And it doesn't really look like an RMC element. If you live in London, is that a biscuit? Do you call it a biscuit? Is that what you call cookies in England? Do you call it a biscuit? I think that's what you call it. Yes, biscuits. I'm gonna build it so it's almost like a double down off the make course. So it's gonna kind of come flatten out right here, almost. So you're gonna have like a make course drop, and then have this banked turn that kind of dips down, and then S-hill, double up, overbanked inversion, bunny hills, S-hill, barrel roll, bunny hill, hop into the brakes. And then I should just be able to build. Keith and Custer Seeker sound the exact same. I don't think we sound the exact same. I think we sound pretty similar. It's probably because we're brothers. But I don't think we sound the exact same. I'm gonna adjust that profiling so it's a little bit smoother. Instead of an S-hill, do an O-hill. That doesn't exist. And if you make a vertical loop, it's a no. So here will be the block brakes. I'm gonna have it so this don't really slow you down. So it goes out about, I'd say there. Actually, maybe 2 less. And then, there you go. And I'm gonna make it so there's a big head chopper coming off that double down, or double up, I guess. Right there. And then, this will be like Steel Vengeance's double up into the mid-course. And I think now I can keep building it forwards. Put in emoji combinations for fast food restaurants. Well, I'm not gonna go into the chat right now. I'm just gonna keep building this coaster, I guess. And that just looks so cool right there. If I go into free look, that looks so cool. The drop. That's Burger King. How about you guys put in emoji combinations for fast food restaurants, and I have to get it. I have to guess them. What is that, Axel Thrills? Well, you won, Axel Thrills. I'm not solving that. Like, I don't know if that even is a fast food restaurant. Also, Axel Thrills, what are you doing in the Dells? Are you going to Mount Olympus? That's Pizza Hut. I didn't know they had a hut emoji. How do they have a hut emoji but not a capybara emoji? Yeah, Pizza Hut, that one's pretty easy. I think that should be some pretty good profiling. Yeah, that definitely works. I'm gonna go into something like Zadra's first element. This is gonna be a pretty good layout, I'd say. And then go over the top like this. Going to the Kalahari Resort. That's cool. I didn't know they had one in the Dells. And they made it official. They made the capybara emoji. There's a floating man in a suit emoji. That one gets enough attention as it is because it's the most useless one according to many people. I think this is some really good profiling for my desired element here. But that's not the drop I'm going to make off of it. Great. Keep the dragon just immediately puts it down. Good job. That is the exact amount of profiling and smoothness, except it hasn't been smooth yet, but we don't talk about that. And also, I really like that speed. And because it is not at the bottom, I'm gonna actually put a step down. It took 5 hours to build a small Morgan wooden coaster, No Limits 2. And that is why I play Planet Coaster 2, because I don't have 5 hours in a day. Anyway, that is exactly why I play Planet Coaster 2, because I only have roughly 2 to 2.5 hours in a day to do stuff on my computer, or on the computer, I guess you could say, and I don't have the full 5 hours, so I'd say I'm too impatient to like finish something like that. But props to everyone who plays No Limits 2. That game looks difficult to learn. You live 2 hours away from the Dells. Yeah, that's a pretty good location, I'd say. We live 2 hours away from Codaland, so I mean, you have Mount Olympus with Hades 360, 2 hours away from you. I have Codaland with my precious circuit breaker right over there, which last time I visited was like 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was actually about a week and a half ago, I'd say. If you did not hear, we saw the Mario Galaxy movie on a week ago. Actually, we saw it a week ago. Oh, hi, OK POVs. This is the RMC Hyper Hybrid. This is what I've built so far. I built the whole second half, and then the first turnaround, this little element right here, and then the massive stall, which is more intimate profiling, but it's really hard for me to build RMC profiling in this game. And then we're gonna do some kind of bunny hill, and then maybe a reverse section. You're probably just gonna make it go straight into a step up underflip, and then underneath the station. So around here goes. I might just do some S-bends. Just kind of make it go up right here, and then I'll start whipping it around the other direction. Little Caesars. You haven't been on Hades 360 and you won't be able to go this time. Well, hopefully you can go sometime. It looks like a good ride, and if you're living that close to it, maybe you can go sometime this year and get a couple laps on. Maybe not that one, because it's supposed to beat you up, but Maybe something like Zeus or Cyclops. Probably not Pegasus, that's supposed to be bad, but maybe Zeus or Cyclops you can get a couple rides on. This is going to be a pretty wide turn to get it underneath the station right here. But that's some pretty good speed through it. I agree with that, Axel Thrills. Hoppers is better than the Mario Galaxy movie. Hoppers is my second favorite movie of all time after the Mitchells vs. the Machines. Which is probably also a hot take. This is the weirdest profile. Oh, I didn't get my double inverting corner stall. This is close enough. It's just a double inverting corner stall without the downward roll, I guess. It's just a upward roll. Probably something like this. And then probably keep it about. My brother said he hates me for putting Hoppers above the Mario Galaxy movie. It's because he's a big Mario fan and I'm not that big of a Mario fan. This is going to be a section where you like really feel the speed, I guess. And I'll bank it a little bit more and then I'll get it to go right underneath here. And then it will have a quick little S-bend. And then it will do an overbank turn or maybe a wave turn right here. Let's see how it goes through this element. Oh, that is going really fast. This is like Zadra. This is very much like Zadra, that S-bend right there. That is some good head choppers. And then my friend said there should be a second Hoppers movie. I then made fun of him for 20 minutes. For 20 minutes and said he should never say that or I will drown. I have not been on original Schwarzkopf shuttle loop. I'm very, very sad that I have not. Rest in peace, Astroworld. I am wearing an Astroworld shirt as I do this. And rest in peace, Astroworld. Guys, put your hot takes in chat. Here is a hot take of mine. My hot take is that Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger is the best coaster in the park. Yeah, it's been closed for 5 years. It's supposed to open up this year. I don't think it will. I hope it will. I don't think it will. It took them 5 years to put in 200 feet of new track and get new trains. Oh, Axel, I'll sub to you. That's nice. Basically just got 5 new subscribers. California Coaster enthusiasts. I'm wondering if I can get it underneath the track from right here. I can get into an underground tunnel. I think I'll just do that. Is that another? You're at 80 subs. That's really good. 20 away from 100. I don't think that's gonna actually people are actually gonna survive that. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna be able to survive that. I'm going to make it a much more drawn out pull out from this element. I don't know. Restaurant emoji from before. A restaurant. Let me scroll up in the chat. A bird and then like a guy with a pitchfork. I don't know what that could be. KFC? Everyone here deserves more subs than you. I don't think that's true. Don't be talking down on yourself. Your channel's really good. I'm actually going to probably try to make this a triple up into the mid-course, not just a double up, like on Steel Vengeance. Yeah, it's probably going to have to be a triple up. I don't think you deserve more subs than that. My brother came up to try to get me to guess the restaurant emoji thing again. So he was just talking. He said it is not KFC. I think this ride is like becoming like better than my other Razor coaster that you might have seen in my Perfect Coaster series. It was episode 1 that I made that in. I think this is a better coaster than that. Maybe not in terms of layout, but probably in terms of shaping. So now, triple up into the mid-course right here. Smoothing this. And then I can smooth out the second half now. So, like this, it kind of whips around that and there. And I really want to see the speed it takes this. Just put emojis for restaurants in the chat, and it was Olive Garden, not KFC. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got your new mic? That's good. Met Coaster Studios in Bryant. I don't know if anyone else has Met Coaster Studios in Bryant. So, like, Bryant is one of the nicest people I know. Despite what some of the comments were saying on the most recent Theme Park GeoGuessr video, or one of the most recent ones, he is not a mean person. He is a very nice guy, and he knows so much about coasters. And that's why I am rooting for him in the final game of Theme Park GeoGuessr, which I know a lot of you guys aren't, because I know you guys really like Coaster Dash. Hi, DK. So, California Coaster Enthusiast, did you see the theme park, That's So Mid Theme Park GeoGuessr, Coaster 365 versus Airtime Thrills match? Because, like, at the beginning he said that he was, mad that everyone voted for Taylor to win, not Bryant, but Bryant said at the beginning of that video that he was mad that, he was, like, the most underrated player there. And, like, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, he was, like, really mad, and everyone was saying, Bryant is, like, he was really, being mean. He was, like, undeserving of that win, undeserving of going to the finals. And I'm like, he is very deserving. He knows so much. He's one of the nicest people I know. Like, why is everyone talking down on him? Everything like that. And then we both started defending him, me and him. Hemisphere is the GOAT. Yes, that is true. Hemisphere is one of the GOATs. I sadly wasn't able to meet him because he canceled his Saturday meetup, and I got there way too late on Friday. I got there like 2 hours after his meetup ended on Friday, so I didn't get to meet him then, but I still got to ride Barracuda Strike. And, okay. So here's a fun fact. If you guys go and bring up, actually I can bring it up right now. right now I am bringing up the IHOP. It's probably IHOP, but right now I am bringing up the Airtime Thrills video that has my POV in it. Let it go. Okay. So
Lakeside Amusement Park in Denver. This is getting track work and has been seen testing. Open on number 9.
okay, so let me just bring up this thing right here. This is the biggest winners in the theme
Barracuda
park
Strike at
industry.
SeaWorld San Antonio. This open to the public. Opening your new coaster before the first
This
day of
is my
spring is
POV
always
right
a win.
here.
And Barracuda Strike open on March 7th.
You can see my legs
There is
there.
a lot of concern about the ride's rattle, and early
that
riders and
is
POV show
my
the B&M rattle that
POV
was born in 2024
on
lives on to
the,
2026. But this 90 feet tall,
Barracuda
1,800
Strike
foot long
part of the
family
video,
entrant was a great addition.
which
I
is
just hope the rattle doesn't take away
really,
from
really
how fun
cool. And I'm glad that I got my POV, and that is why he subscribed to me. I now know why he subscribed to me. So now my brother wants me to guess this. What's starting? Can you show them? I can show them Crystal Express. Yeah, I can show you guys Crystal Express in a little bit. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys Crystal Express as soon as this coaster is done being smoothed so you guys can see. And then I'm just smoothing out these S-bins. Then right here, you saw the video, that's good. And then right here is the exit of the stall, and then over here is the entrance to the stall. And then now I'm smoothing out the middle section like that. And then here it comes through the now very smooth stall. And then up through this type of underflip that very much reminds me of Wildcat's Revenge. And then just smooth that out. And then smooth out this first element, and then should be able to just smooth out the drop. Going to Dollywood in 2-ish weeks. That is very, very exciting. And I hope you get to ride a lightning rod, even though it might be closed, because it is an unreliable coaster, so I've heard. Like, my family really wants to go to Dollywood. That's like almost the exact speed I need it to be for this section. That is perfect. I'm just gonna do that, and then I should be able to finish smoothing this out. I'm going to do some smooth strength 10. Okay, you should not leak DK's phone number without DK's permission, because that would just not be that nice. Crystal Express, I will do that in 5 minutes. You are making sure you ride lightning rod. That is good. Maybe you can make a review video for your channel talking about it. Here is some bunny hills. And then I will skip it until it gets to the top. Here we go. And then let's just watch this go through the layout. I think this should be a really good coaster. Bunny Hill, Outer Bank, and then that's right there. Stall, S-bends. I might want to smooth out the exit from the stall. I'll smooth out the flip of that. I'll make it a little bit nicer. This looks pretty good. And then drops down here, underneath there. Triple up into the mid-course. Hey Siri said time for fire. That is hilarious. You really want to see it. I'll do it at 1:17 p.m. our time. Okay, Keith? So, that's going to be in 4 minutes from now. Yeah, it's probably going to become a family coaster. I think at least 3 launches. I was thinking probably 4, but 3 is also a pretty good idea. I'm actually going to repair all this terrain right here, and then I will move it, and then I will go to Crystal Express for you, Keith. Oh, DK, you better text him. We're getting some drama in this stream. And then I'll make the colors like a Hakuge color scheme. And then this should be gray. And now we have a Hyper Hybrid. This looks very similar to Grazer, even though it's not, and you can clearly see that it's not from over here. Yeah, here's my GCI that I made a few hours ago. And then I should probably do some stuff for the trains. Like that. One of those, and then one of those, and let's just see how those look. I like that. I will switch it to standard trains, so now it looks a little bit nicer. Give them the full POV. Okay. If you show them Crystal Express, make sure to only show them a little bit, not a lot. PS, I think that's what that's supposed to be. Give them the full POV. So, yes or no for the full POV? Crystal Express is this. Nope, it's right here. And I have a lot of random names at parks, just so you guys know. A lot of them I don't name nowadays. But, yeah, this is Crystal Express. in my other test world. I just have Intimate Hyper and Vanilla Hyper. So this is Crystal Express. I spent 45 minutes building this station entirely custom. You can see this is it, the Intamin Family Coaster multi-dimension. It's a multi-dimension coaster because of what happens in here, right up here, because of this. This makes it a multi-dimension coaster. And also there's like the craziest element of all time right here. Yes, I will give you the POV of Crystal Express in a second. This is one of the craziest elements of all time. It is a backwards downward launch with rainbow colors. So you're like boosting backwards launch thingy. And you might notice that all the launches on this ride are rainbow colors. So when the coaster train comes like this, it launches down here. Yes, I will do the POV in a second. And you can see it kind of just comes along here. And then this is a cool section. But you guys will see that in just a second. And I will give you guys the nighttime POV right now. So stop asking. Nighttime POV. Here we are. So, it goes up this lift hill with a slightly beige tent. And then you drop down, bank around a little S hill. And then come right next to all these crystals. The reason I gave it is a nighttime POV is because of all the crystals, and also because this part's a lot cooler, where you're not blasting straight into sunlight. You're actually just kind of shooting out of the cave, not the sunlight, and you just kind of come along this hill. This part's very much inspired by Quantum Accelerator. Then you start heading out over here, and then pass by these crystals, and then you have a lot of pinkish red crystals for the seesaw. That's right here, which also has a slight pink tint. As you can see, it is a mixture between the red of the crystal in front and then the light gray of the track. Just it is a lot more light gray than red, but it still has a little bit of the red. And then you have the backwards downward launch right there before you rise up and go through an S bend and then bank down this little bunny hill. Great, now you're saying POV as well. Here's the POV. It's going on your screen. And then this is the magenta purplish drop track with purple, magenta, whatever you want to call them, crystals around the outside. And then go around here, a little bit of a small launch, and then you turn, and you come out, where you will then launch again, and then go through these S-bends, and then through a couple more elements right here, and then you come down here and rise right up into the brakes. I know the station isn't like super special for this type of ride, but it is my very own custom station. Custom station design. Everything is completely custom. I worked very hard to make this look good. And then there's also just these little cinder block walls here. Yeah, so this is Crystal Express. You can see how cool this looks at night with all the crystals lighting up. You like guns? I don't know how to answer that. I like their coaster. I mean, I made part of it, but I still like it. This booster launch is kind of hidden. Like Keith the Dragon, you should have actually put that comma there, because I know what you're trying to say. You said you're supposed to say why, comma, do you use them a lot? But instead, you're saying why do you use them a lot, which is kind of, I don't know, weird. But yeah, here's the backwards downwards launch. Something I'm sure Taylor from Coaster Studios would love, because he loves the downward launch on Falcon's Flight. Also, where am I? I'm out of here now. Bye, DK. Yeah, this is Crystal Express. There's not much more I can show. I can always set the time back to day, so you can see it day at noon time here. Very windy in this section right here. And this is the inside of this cave. You can see it almost ruins the immersion of the cave when you're kind of like coming over here. When your channel reaches a combined subscriber count of 1K, you will face reveal. Okay, I will make sure that you face reveal then. But like, even though it looks kind of weird from outside, it looks pretty immersive when you're inside. It's like the crystal mines. Oh, there's also a little Vekoma family coaster over here. I forgot that even existed. And then you can probably tell what this was inspired by. I built this right when Pizza Shorts Expedition Maliku, whatever pronounced, came out, so obviously had to build an intimate mega coaster myself. Make a theme coaster, like a themed coaster. I don't really want to make a themed coaster right now. I am not that good at themed coasters. Okay, so then this right here is my intimate mega coaster that I made probably 2.5, 3 weeks ago. It drops down here, back around here, bunny hill, then you have to turn around, which is like a Hyperion, just reverse. You got some Lincoln, he's playing Minecraft. Axel Thrills, I bet both me and Tim could do it after the stream if our parents say okay. So maybe Keith can ask our parents if we can do it in like 10-15 minutes when the stream is done. And this coaster is actually bigger than Titan, 266 feet. It is very reminiscent of Titan, specifically because of the first 3 elements are exactly the same. They're just in different spots. Yeah, so this is my Giovanola coaster, my Giovanola Hyper coaster. If you've seen either Titan at Six Flags Magic, or Titan at Over Texas, or Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain, it works for either is what this is inspired by. So you can rise up here, and then you bank around, drop back down, and then you go over this airtime hill. Yeah, so it slows down a lot on the mid-course. No. Let's drop down, go through here, yeah. And now you go through this helix that kind of just winds around everything, another turn, and then one final helix for Bunny Hill and turn into the brakes. It's definitely a juvenile. You might be able to play after the stream. When this Saturday? I think we can do this Saturday between 9:30 a.m. and 10:30 to 11 a.m. Yeah, Axolotl Throws, if you're able to play after the stream, that would be great. I think I'm gonna leave this world. I think I might want to end the stream now. We don't really have anything else to do. We've built the Hyper Hybrid. Yeah, if you guys are okay with ending the stream now, we can end the stream. I'm gonna turn my sound back down for now in the game. I think I'm just gonna end the stream right here. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream, and I'll try to do another one sometime in the future. Yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye. And if you need to keep talking about the Minecraft thing, you can talk about it in the chat.